so I'm Susan Che. I'm an attorney here in Ohio, and I help manage a self-help website in Ohio called Ohio Legal Help. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what to expect when you go to court. You know, one of the commonly kind of access issues on our website is what to do when you go to court, and also an issue that we cover, which is how to file a small claim. But today I'm going to talk about what to expect if you go to court. Like, you filed your small claims issue, maybe you didn't get your security deposit back, right? You wrote your landlord a letter, still didn't respond, and you filed a small claims action in your local municipal court, right? And now you've been told you have a hearing. Well, what to expect? All right. So a couple of things, some real basic stuff, right? Which is, you know, when you go to court, you want to make sure that first thing you do is you get a sense of where the courtroom is. You know, you can check. It should be on something called a hearing notice, but you should double check, make sure you know how to get there, where to park, all those kinds of basics, right? When you get to the court, first thing you'll have to do is probably go through a series of metal detectors. So once you get past that, you'll get to the courtroom. All right, and then what you'll want to do is to check to see if there's someone checking you in, because they're going to check you in, and then they're going to check something called the case docket for the day, and that's where your case will be. So first thing you'll want to do is to check in. That person's usually called the bailiff, but it may be somebody else. But again, check in for your case. All right, you're checked in, and now you wait. All right, so I'm going to introduce you to some of the players that you might see in this courtroom. Usually for small claims, it's going to be the magistrate that hears the case. So a magistrate is someone that works with the judge that's over your case, but the magistrate actually hears the facts in your case, and then they issue a decision, which is then reviewed by the judge, and the judge signs off on your case, okay? So small claims probably with a magistrate, okay? And so first things what you'll want to do is, again, check in for the courtroom and then get kind of settled. All right, after you're settled, what will happen is that this is when you wait, okay? And so you're going to hear other cases called, and so you have to patiently wait, and usually behind something that looks like maybe a bar or a bench, right? And so lawyers have this thing about passing the bar, and that's because you're kind of allowed past that bar, right? But folks usually wait behind that, and then you just wait for your case to be called. Once your case is called, that's when you politely go up and you say, and you wait for the cues from the judge or the magistrate as to what to do next. Okay, so let me kind of repeat that. All right, so you know, make sure you know where the courthouse is, find parking, get there early, okay? So you can do all things I'm talking about. Find your courtroom, check in for your case, and then essentially wait. So again, trying to remove some of the fear of going to court. Again, it's just really getting there early, checking in, and then waiting until your case is called. All right, and we have more information on ohiolegalhelp.org, and we're going to drop the links.